Hey folks, if you're a Canadian planning to spend your winter down in Florida, Arizona, or any sunny US spot, listen up, because the border rules just got weird and confusing. I'm talking about what used to be a carefree drive south for our Snowbird community, turning into something that can feel like you're walking into a checkpoint. Today, we're unpacking what it really means when you cross from Canada into the US for longer than 30 days, what forms you need, what you don't, and how to avoid a major surprise at the border. So, here's the story. Canadians have long enjoyed heading down to the US for the winter. RVs, motorhomes, beach houses, you name it. But starting April 11, 2025, a rule kicked in. If you're entering the US and planning to stay 30 days or more, and you didn't get an electronic I-94 record, you now must register with US authorities. Now, many Canadians entering the US by air already get that electronic I-94. Problem is, if you cross by land, especially you snowbirds pulling a motorhome south, you may not have had that issued, so you might unknowingly be subject to this additional registration. And there's the confusion. Some travelers at the land border are being fingerprinted or photographed, or getting charged dollars for registration fees. Even though Canadians shouldn't always be fingerprinted, some others breeze through. The difference? Entry method plus what the border officer decides in that moment. Imagine arriving at a US land crossing, expecting the usual wave through, and instead being pulled aside for secondary inspection. That's exactly what happened to some snowbirds this year. The stakes are real. Non-compliance can mean fines up to USD $5,000 or even jail time. Yes, that. So here's where we break down what you need to do to stay safe and traveler happy. 1. Check whether you received an electronic I-94. As soon as you arrive, or even before, go to the official CBP website, i94.cbp.jets.gov, and select Get Most Recent I-94 and enter your information. If you see a record for your latest entry, you're likely good. You've already registered. 2. If you did not receive an I-94 and you're staying 30 days or more, you must register via USCIS. This means creating an online account, filling out Form G325R, biographic information, and carrying the proof of registration. For Canadians, this process usually does not include fingerprinting. 3. At the border crossing, especially land crossings, be proactive. If you know you're staying long, ask for an I-94 at the point of entry. If the officer issues one, great. If they don't, know you're going to need the registration. Some ports allow a provisional I-94 application up to 7 days before crossing, fee applicable, but approval isn't guaranteed. 4. Carry your evidence. Whether an I-94 or the USCIS registration confirmation, have it printed or accessible. Border officers may ask to see it. Some guidance says a mobile version may not be accepted. 5. Stay under 30 days means you are generally safe from the registration rule. If you're planning a shorter stay, many of these extra steps may not apply. But if you cross with the intention of staying winter long, you'll want to double check. Let me share a quick real-world example. A couple driving their RV from Calgary arrived at the Sweetgrass, Montana border. They didn't realize they needed to check for an I-94. They were treated like they hadn't registered, fingerprinted, photographed, charged $60. Another couple crossed at Peace Bridge, Buffalo, for only 30 days and nobody mentioned registration. It shows how inconsistent things are, which is why you need to go in with eyes open. Alright, here's what I want you to do right now. Before you head south this winter, check your I-94 status online. If you plan to stay 30 days or more and don't see the I-94, register via USCIS ASAP. Print or save your registration or I-94 information. At the border, be confident. Know what you need. If questions come, answer clearly, calmly, and carry the proof you're compliant. And if you're unsure, don't just wing it. Consider reaching out to an immigration professional. Better safe than stuck in secondary for hours. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more travel and immigration updates, especially for Canadians heading to the US. Leave a comment. Where are you planning to go this winter and how do you feel about these new rules? I'll drop a link in the description below with the official I-94 check site and some trusted resources. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your winter in the sun, and travel smart.